hot dogs aren't that good. No, hot dogs aren't that good anyways, unless you get them from Chicago. But
you ever see how they make a hot dog?
Yes, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah, it's like bologna. Like it's just.
It's not a meat. I don't know what it is.
No. All right, well.
Is there any protein in hot dogs?
There has to be.
I don't know. I don't know what a hot dog is. I'll be honest.
Hold on. We're gonna Google this in this moment.
Good.
Hold on.
Super productive.
Is there protein in hot dogs?
A hot dog? Like I honestly, like
5 grams.
5 grams of Jesus.
In
How
one
many?
hot dog.
Okay, so if you want a hot dog eating contest, you would get like I don't know how many.
People get like what 30? I think 30's up there. Like the 20 to 30s for people get.
Jesus Christ! There are better ways to get 150 grams of protein.
And that's the perfect segue to talk about what we got going on.
You can either eat 30 hot dogs
or we can
do this.
Yeah. So today's conversation, other than hot dogs and its wonderful source of 5 grams of protein, is going to be talking about protein. It's a big macro, in my opinion, one of the more important macros of the 3, although they all are important. But protein's a huge one, and I think it's one that needs to be discussed some more because it's honestly a missed one. Especially as like I work more clients, it's one that's like not very looked at. It's like that's all you eat.
It's the biggest missed one that I've seen. Yeah. So macronutrients, there's basically, and we'll get further into depth, but there's 3 macronutrients, right? Yeah. There's protein, fats, and carbohydrates. And of the 3, you can debate about which one is the most important. Since I have been doing nutrition coaching, by far it's protein and it is because exactly what you said, everybody's deficient. This is one thing I am still to this day. I am batting 1,000. It's the only thing I'm batting 1,000 on is when I tell someone, log all your food in MyFitnessPal for the entire day, do it 2 or 3 days, and see how much protein you get. Every single person that has done it is deficient in protein.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
It's crazy. It really is. Like, even myself, like when I track, I'm like, damn, I was like, I'm still short on protein.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, chuck some egg whites, dude.
It's crazy. Protein is one of those ones that it's a missed one. It's when people, when they start to look at it and track it and like start to actually like go like, oh crap, like it's a tough one to do too. It's a tough one to do.
And it's one of my first action steps that I work with my nutrition clients on is when they're deficient and they are, again, batting 1,000, they are deficient, is getting more protein in their diet.
Yeah.
So as far as what is protein, what are the benefits of protein? Why is it such a big deal? Protein helps keep you full throughout the day. You ever had that mid-afternoon or mid-morning craving where your stomach starts to rumble?
Oh yeah.
Almost every day, right?
Oh yeah.
Get more protein, drink more water.
Yeah.
Those 2 things fix that problem: protein and water. It helps keep you full. There's nothing more miserable than when your stomach starts to rumble in the middle of the afternoon, and it's game over. You are going to snack. At some point, you're going to cave, right?
Yeah, especially if it's accessible. It's like, all right, there's a snack. It's like, man, I was like, I could just satiate this real quick.
Yeah, especially like somebody brings in donuts to the office, and you were strong in the morning, you had that willpower, and then...
Now you're hungry. It's
2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're getting a little hungry, and those donuts are starting to look a little better. Right?
Yeah.
Get more protein. That curbs that problem. It will keep you full. If you focus on getting more protein, the other thing that does is it helps get you more focused on eating whole food. Most of the protein sources that I'm going to talk about come from whole food sources, things that used to be alive.
Yeah.
If it ran, grew, or flew, it used to be alive, it's food. That's where you get your protein from.
I like it.
Because it rhymes with
ran,
it.
grew, flew. Is that what he said?
Yeah, ran, grew,
Never
flew.
heard of that one.
Yep.
I like it.
You're right. Yeah, so that's where we want most of our food coming from anyway. It's whole foods, right? Well, that's where most of our protein comes from, getting whole foods, right? Things like animal meats, and I'll talk about specifics in a minute. But I mean, animals, eat animals. If you're a vegetarian, there's other ways to do it. That's cool, and I'm with you. But it gets you focused on whole foods.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest things about it is, especially the people in our gym, they're working their asses off in the gym. They want to see the results, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? One of the most common things that I hear from people that come in and we ask them, what are your goals moving forward? They want to gain muscle. They want to look more toned.
Yep.
Guess how you do that, James?
You eat protein?
Get more protein. Yes, you get more protein, dude. That's how you do it. And that's a piece that I missed for a long time. When I was lifting weights, and my goal was to lift as much weight as I could before I died. That was literally my goal for 2 years.
I dig it.
Yeah, not saying it was smart, not saying that I recommend it, but that's what I was trying to do. And what I would do is I would get fast food. The apartment complex that I lived at shared a parking lot with Arby's.
So you just had to like trot over there, like, hey man.
I could walk there.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to walk to Chipotle. Oh my God.
Oh, you'd be.
It was every day. It was twice a day. I was
Yeah.
going to Arby's twice a day. Arby's doesn't have a lot of protein. Okay.
No, yeah.
Especially the curly fries don't have not a lot of
They're
of
good,
protein.
but not a whole lot to them.
Right. So there was a lot of calories, and I was eating a lot of food, and that's what my goal was. Is I thought, to get bigger, to get stronger, I need to lift a lot of weight. I need to eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
And to a certain extent, that could be true.
Yeah.
If it's the right kind of food.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So that's how we do it. Is if you add in protein to your diet, if you get a reasonable amount of protein in your diet, and you are exercising in our group classes or doing PT or ID, doing what we help you do, you are going to supplement all that hard work you do, and you're going to reap the benefits.
Absolutely.
The protein helps build and repair the muscles that you're breaking down in the gym, right? Because that's what happens when you're working out. You're breaking down all these muscle fibers. Your muscle fibers are broken down. They need to repair themselves.
Right.
And when they repair themselves with proteins. Right?
Yep.
Protein synthesis. That's what that is. Is your muscles break down, you build them back stronger. To do that, you need clean protein.
You need a source. Yeah,
you need a protein source, right? Yeah, curly fries don't do that. Curly fries don't make you stronger.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Another thing, it aids in digestion and hormone regulation, so it helps keep you regular. It helps maintain insulin levels. Benefits across the board.
Oh, there's tons. Yeah, tons of them.
And that's the big thing. The two that I run into most are it helps build and repair muscles.
Yep.
And it keeps you full.
Yes.
Those are the big two. Like, you need to eat more protein because of those two things.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those are two like rock star components themselves.
Right.
Like, people have faced when you go into things like deficit or change your way you're eating, you're gonna get hungry.
Yeah.
The way to make that not happen, eat protein.
Eat more protein. No, I say it all the time. People don't believe me until they do
crazy.
it. I know, and then they do it, and like, oh shit,
Yeah,
I'm gaining muscle.
yeah.
I'm not
Not
hungry
hungry all
anymore.
the time. Yeah.
Yep, that's what happens.
It's crazy. It's a crazy world.
That's crazy. Crazy time to be alive. So as far as where should your protein sources come from, right? So let's talk about that. So what are your favorite protein sources?
My favorite, I don't eat it as often because of the price of it, is definitely steak, though. Steak is probably my favorite. Like a good grilled steak is probably like my top. My like more go-to is definitely ground turkey and chicken.
Ground turkey and chicken.
Yeah.
Cool.
Throwing bison there in the tops too. Bison's so good.
Bison is good.
Dude, a bison burger just melts in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's so good.
I went to like an upper class restaurant in Denver, Colorado when I was there, and they had a bison burger. I'm like, oh my God, they have bison burgers? I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, yeah. I got back to Meyer, and they have it in
bison,
Meyer.
yeah.
Yeah, who knew?
That's where my mom would buy them, like make them on the grill. And I'm like, what's this? She's like, it's bison. I was like, okay. I was like, sweet. I was like, try it out. I was like, oh my God.
It's a game changer, right?
Dude, it's so good. It's got so much flavor, but
so good.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's beautiful. And you hit it on the head. It's whole food sources, like I said.
Yeah.
Things that used to be alive, animals, right?
Oh, yeah.
As far as the cleanest and the leanest proteins, you're looking at egg whites, grilled chicken, ground turkey. Bison is great.
Yeah.
And the difference in the different type of meats as far as lean proteins and not lean proteins is how much fat they have in with them, right? So if the overall goal is to increase your protein intake, then it doesn't matter as much as far as the leanness of the protein. If that's the one thing that you're working on is getting enough protein and getting the protein numbers up, dude, get more protein any way that you can.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
You can always pivot as you get more comfortable eating the protein and go to more lean sources like chicken breast and some lean meat like the 94.6% ground beef, whatever it is. And that's the difference. So they're all good. My go-tos, ground turkey, grilled chicken, like you said, tuna packets. Tuna packets are such an easy and quick way to get more protein in your diet. So I was just talking to a member this morning who was having trouble getting his protein up.
Yeah.
So I gave him some suggestions. The one thing that he was doing is he was doing a protein shake, which I'll talk about supplements in a minute, but he was doing a protein shake that had 2 scoops in it that had 40 grams of protein. And then I told him to add in a tuna packet, one in the morning, one in the afternoon.
Yep.
And those are 15 grams a pop, so there's another 30 grams of tuna. And then he wanted a late night sweet treat, so I told him let's do some Greek yogurt, because that's my other go-to. Because if you get unflavored Greek yogurt, it tastes a little like ice cream. It is a acquired taste to some. I love it, Love it, love it, love it.
It's okay.
But that's another 20 grams
Yeah.
of protein, right? So just between the protein shakes, the tuna, and the Greek yogurt, right? That's 40, 70, that's 90 grams.
That's just looking at snacks, essentially.
Just snacks,
That's just
not even the
snacks.
meals.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Snacks. Yeah.
So that's how you get more protein, right?
Yeah.
It can be tricky to do because most people don't.
Yeah.
Most people, when I ask people, what do you have for a snack? Usually it's carbohydrates.
Oh, yeah.
When you
That's a
think
fair
about
point.
when you
Now,
think about snacks, like think about snacks. Think about chips or pretzels
Yeah.
or sandwiches or I don't
even
know.
if you're on the healthier route, banana, strawberries, like those
Yeah.
things are awesome and great, but
Still
they're just
carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very few people use protein as a snack.
Snack,
And
yeah.
it's a missed opportunity that a lot of us have to get more protein in throughout the
Oh
day.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So that's a really easy way to get it in. Tuna packets and Greek yogurt, my go-tos that I have almost on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is where you get it from. And I had mentioned protein shakes, right?
Yeah.
So, and I get this question a lot: is what supplements should I be taking? Should I take a protein powder? What should I do, and when should I take it?
Right.
The simple answer that I give to everybody is there are two supplements that I universally recommend to everybody across the board.
Absolutely.
Literally everybody.
Yeah.
Is protein shakes and fish oil.
Yep.
Okay. Fish oil I'll get to in another podcast, but the protein shakes, there's no downside.
No.
It's getting you more protein into your diet
Yeah.
that most people have a hard time doing. It's super easy. If you get a good brand like we have, like it tastes good.
Yeah.
We have Lucky Charm flavors and
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's like a nice
and
sweet
Fruit
treat
Loops.
that's not sweet. So
Right.
it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like a
Yeah.
smoothie.
Oh yeah, it's good.
So good.
It's good. I love them. I actually look forward to my
I know.
People like laugh, but I'm like, there's like I look forward to my protein shakes.
Dude, I get it.
like
I
a
get
nice
it.
little sweet
Especially if it's a good.
treat.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite kind of protein? What's your flavor?
Oh, my flavor? Ooh, I've had a lot. I've even tried different brands just to kind of like, because I know like ingredients lists and stuff like that to look at and
Yep.
stuff like that. So I've tried different brands, but honestly, the one that I always remember and recall is Magical Charm, that first form. It's the
Ooh.
only one that like I love, like Fruity Loops. I love lots of other flavors like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I have one right now. It's a peanut butter cup.
Ooh.
It's by brand Rise. It's like all good, but just Magical Charms always that one. Like, dude, I really like that.
I've never had. Does it taste like Lucky Charms?
The marshmallows.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's not like the cereal. You know how like the cereal's
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of bland, like whatever. No, it's like the
It's
marshmallows.
the good part. It's the kind. It's the kind that you picked out when you were a kid and got all the. Yeah.
You got the bowl
man.
full of them, right?
There you go. I haven't had that. That'll be my next one.
Yeah.
My favorite is the Fruit Loops.
Yeah,
oh
which
my
one's
god.
good.
Tastes
Yeah.
like Fruit Loops.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
doesn't like Fruit Loops?
No, that one's good, solid.
Getting off track, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
They're all good. They're all good flavors of protein. You
Oh,
can make
so
it
good, yeah.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Right. So that's how. So universally recommend
Right.
supplement with protein shakes.
Yes.
The reason I say that, there's no downside to it. It tastes good. It's quick. It's easy.
Yeah.
And everybody is under eating protein, so there's your way to get some more in your diet.
Yeah, it's just an easy tool. Like, it doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily need it, but like it is. It's a supplement, so you're supplementing from that hole that you're missing.
Right.
Which again, most people are. So, but it's just an easy tool.
So easy.
You don't have to worry about packing a lunch bag with like 60 different things. You just like if you get a
Nope.
protein shake right after a workout or midday or whatever it is, boom.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about it. You just need water.
Yep.
Unless you're like one of those weird people that have to have milk, then so be it. But
Now I like ice cold water.
ice cold
That's
water
the way to
and
go.
your scoop, boom, you're
Done.
set.
Done.
You don't have to worry about anything else.
Yep.
Yeah. it's
And we
easy.
have, for clarification, we have two different kinds of protein in our gym. We have a quicker digesting Formula 1
Yep.
protein that we use specifically for post-workout.
Yeah.
It's called Form 1, and it is for right after your workouts. It's quicker digesting. It
Yep.
helps build and repair the muscles better right after you break them down.
Oh, yeah.
So that's your best post-workout protein. The other one that we have is Level 1, which is a slower digesting protein.
Yeah.
And it's best used for outside of the workout times. Most people, it's either breakfast or dinner,
Yeah.
or like a mid-afternoon snack.
It's a good one to cook with too.
Good one to cook with, yes.
Yes.
So
a lot
some
of
things
people-
like, go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize you can actually use protein like to cook.
Yeah.
It's like a flour base, not really, but like it's that idea. It's a powder, so it's something you like. I make a protein pancake every morning. I put a scoop of that in there and mix up my stuff.
There you go.
I have extra protein in my pancake if I want a pancake. Or
Yep.
like oatmeal, so I want to put a scoop in the oatmeal. Boom, we got extra protein.
That's what my wife does. She started doing overnight oats, prepping them, and there's a scoop of protein in that. Another one that I've done a video on in the past is Greek yogurt.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that
protein.
one. Yeah.
You put it in the freezer for 45 minutes, and it tastes like ice cream.
Yep, so good.
So good.
Yeah.
So there are ways
to utilize it in different ways. Yeah.
So that's protein. And one scoop of protein is about equivalent in the amount of protein as 2 chicken breasts.
Yep.
So that's your rule of thumb, is 1 scoop of protein is about 20 grams of protein, about 2 chicken breasts.
Yes. Absolutely.
So if you do a protein shake in the morning, one in the late afternoon, then you're at 40 grams just
boom.
Not even in your meals.
Taken care of.
So easy.
Yes.
All right. So that's how to supplement your protein if you don't get enough in the day.
Yep.
One thing we didn't talk about is how much should you be getting?
Oh, yeah. That's a big one. That's
a
big one.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, and so there is a world where you'll disagree with this statement, but there is a world where there is too much protein. There is a world, but it's a very, very non-existent world because 99% of the people don't reach it. But if you're somehow getting 400 grams of protein, you might be dabbling in the wrong land. If you can do that, I'm more impressed than anyways.
If you are getting 400 grams of protein in your diet,
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm impressed.
My brain just exploded trying to consider 400 grams.
It doesn't happen, but there is a good rule of thumb that you should be looking to get in.
Yeah.
Yes. More is better with protein, but there is a rule of thumb.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it.
Yep. So again, I'm batting 1,000 with this. No one's ever had too much protein.
Yeah. Does not.
No one's ever had too much protein.
So hard.
No. So what? 2 ways you can think about it. One, when I start people off, I do one of 3 things. If you are brand new to getting protein and you never even looked at protein before in your life, I will tell you, have a protein source with every meal.
Yeah.
Every time you eat, have a protein. You don't have to measure it. Don't have to weigh it.
Just eat it.
Have something that has to do with protein in your meals every time you eat. So for breakfast, have 1 egg. There's some protein. For lunch, have a piece of meat. Any kind of meat, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like don't even have to change anything else. Just add a piece of meat. That'll give you some protein. If you weren't getting it before. Same thing with dinner. Have some kind of a protein source on your plate.
Yeah.
That's one way to go. That's the beginner step, is do something.
Yeah, get something in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make a change, get some kind of protein in there. If you are actually trying to get a certain amount of protein, my first go-to is women, try to get 100 grams in a day. Not try to, that's soft talk. Women, get 100 grams in a day. Guys, get 150 grams in a day.
Yeah.
That is a broad general number. That's just a good amount to get.
It's a guideline.
Right, it's a guideline.
It's a suggestion.
And
a
use
good
it,
spot to start.
Correct. Use it as a guideline. Everyone's different, but when you're starting out, shoot for ladies getting 100 grams in a day, guys getting 150. If you're getting that, you're probably getting more than you were before.
Oh yeah.
Most people are not getting anywhere near that.
No.
Nowhere close.
No, not a chance.
No. And then once you get more acclimated to getting more protein, and it becomes a staple of your nutrition, and you're good at supplementing it, you're good at having protein with every meal, you're comfortable eating that, then you can up it a little bit.
Yep.
Or depending on how much you weigh. And then the rule of thumb becomes you have 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight that you weigh.
Yep.
So I weigh 185 pounds. 184 pounds as of this morning. Solid steel.
183 as of now.
184 pounds. So I would be getting 184 grams of protein.
Right.
That would be my goal.
Yep.
If you weigh 230 pounds, you would try to get 230 grams of protein. Same thing, 95 pounds, whatever. So that's the hierarchy of protein.
That's getting
skill.
the more advanced level, get more specific and more absolutely.
Yep. So when I was in the best shape of my life, I was getting more protein than that. I was shooting for 200 grams a day, and I got it most days. That was a lot.
It's tough.
That's tough. Tough to get. Tough to get.
Yeah.
So that's my guideline. Some people need more, some people need less, but starting out with getting something, and then once you do that, 100 grams, 150 for guys, and once you do that, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Yeah. That will steer you in the right direction.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, good way to approach it. I like that step by step. I never really thought about it that way, so that makes it really smooth because it can be overwhelming.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like when you like actually try to like dial in a 1 per pound of body weight, you look at it and you're like, what the actual is going on? You're just like, what?
Yeah, it
can be overwhelming. Yeah,
it's like speaking a different language. It's like I tell people that, and it's like they can't even comprehend that much protein, and that's okay. Everyone's different, you know. And if you've never done it before, that could seem overwhelming.
Oh yeah.
Start small.
Oh yeah. Something's better than nothing.
Have a piece of protein with the meal. That's it.
Yep.
That's better than nothing.
Yep.
Have a protein shake after you work out.
Yeah. It's going in the right direction. That's perfect.
Yep.
Small steps create big changes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's huge.
Cool. How do you tell?
How do you tell what?
How do you tell how much protein you're getting? I'm telling people to get 150 grams in a day. How do they tell?
You write it all down in a magical little book.
You can do that. If you do that, God bless you.
You can track it by writing it down. I've seen some people still do it that way.
Yeah, I have one client that does.
Yeah, which is A-okay, but I mean, all the power to you.
God bless you. Yeah. It's more work.
Yeah. The easiest way is the good old traditional. There's tons of them, but the one that's more known or well renowned or whatever you want to refer to it as, but MyFitnessPal.
MyFitnessPal is it's the gold standard as far as
super easy, super simple.
As far as logging your food.
Yep.
Yeah, and I want to backtrack with what you said a second ago with logging your food in a journal. That's what we had to do before smartphones, before MyFitnessPal.
I remember when I was doing this stuff like in middle school, I was sitting there like I could pull out the.
You were logging your food in middle school?
Yeah, dude.
Good on you.
Yeah, dude.
I was not. Man, good for you.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 24, so it's not that long ago. Kind of.
Why were you logging your food in middle school?
It was like the people I watched. I grew up like with Arnold, like that was like the thing when I was bodybuilding. And oh yeah, dude, my 8th grade year was all about like dialing in nutrition, thinking about like being Arnold.
Really?
Yeah, I was super thin my freshman year. I was chubby and thick in my middle school days.
I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, I was a little thick in my middle school days, and I got thick again for my high school later years. But that's a whole different story. But
need more protein.
Yeah, eating lots of protein.
So you absolutely can log with the journal. That's a fine way to do it. And I have one client that right now that works better for her, so she does it. So if you do that, how you do it, if you've never done that before, and there could be a whole nother podcast on how to log food. But if you look on the back nutrition label of any food, it will tell you how many calories it has per serving and how many grams of protein per serving. So that would be where you start from. Is you would write down. I had 2 chicken breasts. That's about 20 grams of protein. You log it in your little notebook and do that with every meal, every snack throughout your day. Make a little
diary, yeah.
We live in the year 2022.
Yep.
We have an easier way to do it.
Yes.
MyFitnessPal has simplified it.
Yes.
MyFitnessPal is a free app. They have a paid version. You don't need it.
Yeah.
I've never paid for it.
I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you.
I don't either. You don't need it. Use the free version. Everything you need is with that. And the cool part, my favorite part about it, is it has a barcode scanner. So if you go into the app of MyFitnessPal, you hit the little barcode scanner, you scan the back of any food, and it loads all the information in for you.
Yeah.
So nice.
Dude, it's so easy. Like, I remember when like MyFitnessPal first like started coming to things. I used it like sometime in my high school era. I don't know, I started using it. I remember they didn't have that scan stuff. You had to like search it up, try to find the item that was the closest, or scroll through the library, or you had to manually enter all the data. And it was just like
times have changed.
Now you can just boop, and it's like done. In there, put your servings. You're good to go.
Yep. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
So easy. So if you do that, if you use MyFitnessPal, you log everything that you eat throughout the day. It will tell you how much protein you get.
Yep.
I recommend everybody does that, and you will be baffled with how little protein you get in your day.
Yeah, just to try it. Like, don't even worry about like adding protein. Just record what you eat a day.
Yeah.
MyFitness, you'd be like, that's it.
Oh shit.
Or you're like, man, that's a lot of carbs and not a whole lot of this or not a whole lot of that or whatever it is. Like, you just look at it and be like, whoa.
Yeah, some people have more carbs in their diet. Some people have more fat, but everybody is low in protein.
Yeah.
Protein should be about 40% of your overall calories. Yep. Ideally, you would split them like 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 between protein, fats, and carbs. If you're going to overdo one of those three, overdo protein. Overdo protein all day long.
Yeah.
So that's how you start out with logging your food and knowing how much protein you get.
Yeah.
That's your starting point. Yeah. And if people have trouble figuring that out, they can always come and talk to me. I know how to do it. I've done it for a while.
Yeah.
But that's how you do it. Let's see. Downsides.
Yes.
Downsides of protein. Everybody, I should say this. I usually don't use binary statements, but I have never had somebody have too much protein. Of all the clients that I've worked with, of all the people that I've talked to, of all the weightlifters I've talked to, and people that have logged their food, no one's ever eaten too much protein.
Right.
I've read things online, so I've seen it secondhand. I've done the research, but again, I've never seen it in person. That the kidneys have trouble processing that much protein, and it could lead to kidney issues or kidney stones potentially.
I have heard of this. Yeah, I think a lot of it too has to come with like overall intake in a session. So it's like a session being like your meals. Like if your meal's like 150 grams of protein, I think it's just too much in that sense, so your body can't filter. I don't know the exact details, but I have heard it. But it's very, I think it's very specialized in the idea of like, I think bodybuilding is where it becomes a very common issue.
Yeah, potentially. And the other thing that I've heard is if people do have kidney issues, it's not because they're getting too much protein. They have other things going on with their nutrition that they're deficient in, usually deficient in fruits and vegetables, and they're not getting enough nutrients to do that. But that's the only downside. The only reason I mention it is because I have heard about it. Again, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Most people have never had as much protein as I have every day. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Everybody that I've ever had logged food has said the exact same thing. Yeah. So if somebody does get too much protein and have kidney problems, please let me know. You'll be the first one, and I will change my statement. But for the time being, get more goddamn protein.
Yes. I think that's the best closing statement we can like leave it on is just get more protein.
Get more protein any way you can get it.
That's the drop mic moment right there. So protein, it's huge. Get more of it. That's it. Get more of it. We will see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're watching or listening. And this has been our episode of the day.
Cheers.